friends, it's Amy. Welcome to Doki Doki Forest. I'm so glad that you are here. Today I am sharing what I've done so far in my Junk Journal January 2024 journal for hashtag Flip Through Friday. It is Saturday today, but I was working on this yesterday and I thought I would be ready yesterday to show you what I've done so far. But, it took a little longer than I was thinking. Hashtag Flip Through Friday was created by Kristina over at Kristina's Shack. I will have her information down below, and you can search that hashtag to see what everybody's sharing. So today I'm sharing what I've done so far for Junk Journal January, which is another hashtag, and this is created and hosted by Meg Journals in collaboration with Get Messy Art, and I will have that information down below as well. And what it is there is a prompt for each day. There's a word or maybe a couple of words to kind of get you creating, and they actually have a different host every day with a video that kind of goes through and shows you what they have come up with, so you can get some new ideas for how to approach these prompts. And I kind of debated whether or not I was going to watch the daily videos or just kind of go off on my own. And in the end, I decided I would just do my own thing. And then later, maybe, I think probably after January, I'll go back and watch these videos, or at least at the end of January. That way I can see what the ideas are, and I might even make another page, using the ideas that they have. So who knows, I might come up with 2 Junk Journal Januaries this year by the time I'm done. But all I know is for right now, I'm just going to take the prompt and kind of do whatever pops in my head and go with that. Now, so far, I have only done up through day 6. No, I haven't done day 6 yet, day 5. So I did 1 through 5, and I've created a lot of illustrations for them. So what I'm going to do is insert a video here where I kind of show you how I illustrated the characters that will show up in here. So you'll see me do pencil sketch, then ink, and then paint. And then once that's finished, we'll do the actual flip through, and I'll show you how I took those illustrations and incorporated them onto each page. So I'll see you in just a little bit. Okay, welcome back. Now that you have seen what I've drawn, now we can see how they show up in these pages. So let's open up, and I've already taken my little page out, which is usually tucked right here on the inside cover, but I took that out so I can go ahead and look at that. Page 1 is resolutions. So I created this little beastie who's really thinking, and this is sort of how I felt this year. I was really kind of thinking about, do I want to make resolutions or goals, you know? Do I want to have a word of the year? And honestly, I felt like I was sort of just struggling with all of it. And I think my word for the year is just going to be balance, because I feel like that's what's really important to me. I thought about simplify and that kind of word, and I do have it here, simplify, because I do want to simplify life, which I think will bring balance. But I think the overall goal is balance. Like even each one of these resolutions is all part of being balanced. So I have simplify, get the studio in order, create, walk every week, go gently, and send more happy mail. And those are just all things that sort of round out my life experience. You know, if I simplify and get my studio in order, then I'll be able to create more, and it will make me feel more relaxed when I come in this space. You know, I won't have things everywhere. You know, the desk being a mess is one thing. I expect that. That's just what happens. Even around the desk, that's kind of what happens. But what I don't want is to have my studio also be a storage room, which it is. So there are bins of things, and I really don't want all of that. So I'm not even talking about my artsy things and creative things, which, you know, that's one thing, but maybe trying to get rid of or find a new home for like all the other stuff that doesn't belong in here. And then walking every week, you know, of course I want to walk every day, but I don't want to put too much pressure. So if I say every week, then I'll feel like it's a win. I'm giving myself a little bit of leeway there and more space to kind of be gentle with myself, which again, go gently with myself, with others, you know, and just kind of do the best that I can and feel like I'm doing great, you know? And send more happy mail, of course, because it's just really fun to put things together and think of somebody and send it off. And I just really want to make sure I try to do that each month. You know, I would love to do it every week, but again, I don't want to put that pressure on. So I just wrote send more happy mail. And then for our next page, the prompt was quote. So you saw me creating this dragon here. And the background of this page was plain, so I got an old painty paper I had that was nice and shiny and put that there. And then I added a little star, and the star actually goes off the page, almost like a little index tab. And for my quote, I wrote, "You are never too old to set another goal or to dream a new dream." And that's from C.S. Lewis. And so my idea was that, like, this dragon is an old dragon, you know, centuries old, maybe even 1,000 years old. And this dragon is still dreaming new dreams, you know? I think as each year goes by, you know, and I get older, and sometimes, you know, I don't want to have that mentality of thinking like it's too late to do that, or I'm too old to do that. You know, I want to just keep pushing and doing what I dream of doing and not letting myself put limitations on myself, you know, about like, oh, it's too late for that. You know, you should have done that 20 years ago. You should have done that 10 years ago. You know, there's kind of no point in that sort of thinking. So that's just my reminder, do you know? Just keep going, keep dreaming, keep doing, and don't let a number stop you. My next page is, the prompt was throwback. So you saw me create this very Madonna-esque fairy. This is like a desperately seeking Susan sort of fairy. So my throwback was 80s style. So she has the lace or mesh headbands, ribbons, and the glove, the jelly band bracelets and silver bracelets, you know, the necklaces that were long and just draped around and around and around. And the off-the-shoulder look here. She's got a big hoop earring. and I wanted the background to sort of match. So I have this lace washi tape. It's actually more of a packing tape because it's clear, but it has this beautiful black lace pattern, and so I thought that would match perfectly with my 80s vibe for this throwback. And she's doing the Madonna pose here. It was like a picture of Madonna that was really famous where she has her hand up on her cheek like that. And then of course, you know, I gave her a little beauty mark there. And when I was going to erase this, you probably saw it when I was creating, my eraser had touched some paint somewhere. So when I went to erase this mark, it made this blue streak. And I just went with it. I just painted over it anyway. I'm not going to start all over and get upset about a blue mark. And it doesn't even really show too much. And you know, maybe she's been painting. You know, like me. When I paint and create, my fingers get all kinds of stuff on it. So, you know, she's probably just having fun. So that's my 80s throwback page. And then the next page, you saw me create this fox family. So here they are. And the little tuck spot is right here. This little baby can pop right out of the tail for being tucked in the tail. And I just painted the background. I can add a word or something there. I haven't added anything yet. And then the baby tucks right back in there. And you can have the baby like really tucked in a lot or peeking. And it looks like that. So these are my rainbow foxes. I had sketched a few different ideas of animals and different kinds of things being tucked away, and then I settled on really wanting to do this fox with a big tail because I thought, well, that's a great tuck spot right there. And then I wanted to make them magical foxes, so some horns, and of course the rainbow fur. And then this was a plain background as well, so again I just grabbed a piece of painty paper that I had and I glued that down first because I didn't want the background to just be white. That didn't look very nice. So that's that one. And the last one I have done is memory, and this one I just did a little dragon flying illustration. And I kind of already like the way the background paper looked because this was like a page that had different markers and highlighters, and I just kind of sprayed it with water to see what would happen. And I like that. And I decided I wanted to do like a captain's log, you know, like a traveler's log, like either a sailor on the ocean or, you know, out in space like Captain Picard. You know, I wanted to do a captain's log, but this is a captain's log for somebody who was flying on a dragon. So it says Captain's Log, January 5th, 2024. An excellent day for flying, with clear skies and no sign of the storm trolls. Bartholomew loved practicing his aerial twists and loops, though I did have to hold on tight so as not to fall off. So that's what I have so far. Here we go. I'm on this page here. I am on prompt 6, memory. And so I'm going to keep going. It takes me a little bit longer because I'm doing, you know, illustrations. I don't know if I'm going to do illustrations for every page, but I do like to personalize the journal. So I tend to add some characters and stuff just to make it more unique and more kind of my own. And I think we all like to put our own little touches on things, you know, whether it's a certain style we have with gluing things down, or, you know, we really love to do like washi and sticker combo or something. You know, the way that we all do things is different, and I love seeing it all. And that's what's fun about these prompts here, is that there's probably no two alike. Yeah, they're all going to be a little bit different. So thank you so much for joining me. Thank you to Kristina for creating and hosting Flip Through Friday. Thank you to Meg Journals for creating Junk Journal January along with Get Messy Art. And thank you for being here. I hope you have a wonderful day, and I will see you again soon.